let's just dive right into this explainer. I want you to picture yourself stepping way, way back, like 100,000 years back, and you're just standing on the muddy bank of some ancient river. It's a completely untamed world, and your entire daily reality, it's literally just about survival. So today, we're going to dig into this absolutely pivotal, yet kind of overlooked moment in our history. The very first catch, and how we managed to conquer the underwater world. Think about what life was like for these early humans. For generations, their whole existence revolved purely around hunting familiar land animals. You know, they could track deer in the dirt, they know exactly how to trap rabbits, and they understood the steep, rocky inclines where the wild goats hung out. Their whole understanding of food, biology, really the entire natural order was totally grounded in the dirt beneath their feet. That was it. That was their entire universe.
And the contrast here is just wild. On one hand, you've got the prey they totally understood. Creatures with fur, animals that walked on legs, beasts that actually made noise snapping twigs in the woods. But then, on the other hand, you have what they saw when they peered into the water. Cold, silver, totally legless, silent anomalies. To an ancient human, these weird, fast-moving flashes under the surface, they were basically alien entities.
So the real kicker here is how an ancient human looked at this completely alien creature, darting around in a totally different environment, and somehow sparked human history with one incredibly brave, super simple question. Can I eat that? Think about it. It's a massive cognitive leap to look at something so entirely outside your normal terrestrial reality and think, yeah, that's dinner.
Now, this wasn't just some casual, lazy afternoon experiment. This incredible leap was likely driven by sheer, absolute desperation. We're talking about times when the berry bushes were totally bare and the land hunts were just failing left and right. Instead of jumping straight into the river, our ancestors probably scavenged first. They'd opportunistically gather up dead fish that got violently washed ashore by coastal storms, or maybe grab the ones helplessly trapped in receding shallow pools after the water levels dropped. They basically just took what the water handed them.
But oh man, once they finally tasted it, they unlocked an absolute nutritional gold mine. This wasn't just a snack to tide them over. It was a massive payload packed with dense fat, rich protein, and those critical nutrients they desperately needed. Getting this sudden massive influx of high-quality calories, it changed absolutely everything for our ancestors' odds of survival.
But the long-term impact of that accidental meal is what's truly mind-blowing. It wasn't just about surviving a harsh winter. A lot of scientists actually theorize that eating these scavenged fish gave human brains the specific biological fuel they needed to grow and evolve. Seriously, the omega fatty acids and the dense nutrients in that seafood literally helped build the complex human brain as we know it today. How crazy is that?
So, with their newly supercharged bigger brains demanding way more of this nutrient-dense food, just passively scavenging wasn't going to cut it anymore. They had to figure out how to purposefully hunt these incredibly fast, slippery creatures on demand. But just picture the agonizing frustration of trying to grab a live fish with your bare hands. Almost every single attempt probably ended in a massive splash, a face full of cold water, a slippery escape, and a painfully empty stomach. It was just an era defined by failure, again and again and again. We definitely weren't built for the water.
But hey, remember, humans were absolute masters of pattern recognition. Every time they failed, it was a new data point. Pretty soon, they started spotting the trends. They realized fish predictably hung out in very specific strategic places. Hiding near submerged rocks, schooling around the tight bends of rushing rivers, or just lingering in the warmer, shallow waters. They finally started using their environment to their advantage.
And across thousands of years, those super frustrating barehanded failures slowly evolved into this astonishing sequence of technological innovations. They leveled up from simple spears, actually scratch that, they were more like really sharp sticks at first, to intricate bone hooks, and eventually they figured out the complex geometry of woven nets. They literally engineered their way into mastering the water.
Because listen, this technological triumph wasn't just about scooping up tiny little minnows. Early humans had to wade out into an alien, legitimately terrifying expanse. It was a completely hidden realm filled with creatures no human fully understood. Honestly, it's highly comparable to how we look out at the dark, unknown void of outer space today. Dipping a toe in the water was stepping straight into the unknown.
They were willingly wading into a prehistoric nightmare. Think about it. Up in the rivers, they're facing off against massive catfish, ancient sturgeon, and these totally bizarre armored fish that were literally larger than a human. Down on the coastlines, they're sharing the surf with huge gliding rays, enormous cruising sharks, giant sea turtles, and massive whales just surfacing near the shore. They were essentially hunting right in the domain of monsters.
Yet, despite the incredibly massive risks of sharing the water with those giants, they stuck with it. They carefully mapped out the complex rhythms of the tides. They learned exactly which creatures were safe to hunt and eat, and, maybe more importantly, they figured out how to avoid the ones that would aggressively hunt them right back. Step by step, they completely transformed rivers, lakes, and oceans into these giant, super reliable food sources.
So, what does this all mean for us? You know, sitting comfortably thousands of years later, totally insulated from those terrifying prehistoric waters. It matters because of the sheer audacity of the achievement. The very first human who successfully sought out and caught a fish did it completely blind. They didn't have a modern carbon fiber fishing rod, they had no manufactured nets, and they had absolutely zero instructions from past generations to rely on.
They conquered an entirely new, hostile, and totally alien world beneath the water's surface, and they were armed with nothing but raw, unfettered human curiosity. They just outright refused to accept that the boundaries of their dry, terrestrial world had to be the boundaries of their survival.
So I want to leave you with this final thought for the next time you sit down for a nice seafood dinner. How will you honor that simple, incredibly brave question that literally changed the trajectory of human history forever? Next time you look at a fish on your plate, I really hope you remember that ancient human standing out there on a muddy riverbank, looking deep into the void and daring to ask, "Can I eat that?"